entertainment purposes only. Although I am a licensed clinician, I'm also just a person. I love to be able to be in my real life and speak from that point. And that's where this podcast is coming from. So enjoy.
Searching for truth, looking for answers. There must be a way to another day.
But
Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Keanvenient Truth. What episode is this? What number are we?
91.
91. Oh my God, we're
Getting
almost
close.
to 100. Okay.
Getting close to that 100.
All right. Anyway, super long day today. I am exhausted. So
Is it
and we
really?
have-
I mean, we did it. It wasn't like a bad day.
No, it
We
wasn't a
did
bad
lot.
day, but I had a long day. So woke up, right?
Whoa.
Woke up
late, by the way.
Woke up late, took Cash for a walk, back home, went to work, did group therapy, then went to the gym, then came home, then I ate lunch, then you guys
I
came
got
home.
throw lunch in there.
Then we went to grocery shop. Then after grocery shopping, put everything away. Then went to Urban Air, which is this like fucking, huge indoor amusement park, basically with a bunch of fucking overly stimulated sounds and kids and the whole nine, right? And then we came back home, rushed dinner, da 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 da. You took a shower, I put Soul to bed, and now
We're
I'm
here.
here. And all I want to do, for Christ's sake, is just go sit in bed and watch the fights.
Or just be present. This is
And
life.
then
Like,
after this, we have to cut hair.
we have to cut
because
hair
we
because
we do each other's hair.
and we have a big event tomorrow.
And we have a big event tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning early too.
Tomorrow morning. So we have to be up at I have to be up at 6. And then
Speaking of, let's do a shout out to that. The Rhode Island Holistic.
all right, hold on. Let's not do
Oh,
an
you're not-
ABD moment.
You're not done telling us about your day?
No, I'm done. Then we have a long thing tomorrow.
This one day has gone into the next day.
So we will be at the
Get it out. You can do
Do
it.
I want to say where? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know.
promoting
I
it.
was weird about that for a sec. But
Why?
I don't know. We're gonna be at the Crown Plaza in Warwick, Rhode Island, for the Rhode Island Holistic Healing Association Expo 2025. So Infused with Love Therapy will be there. We'll be set up. Joe is going to be doing numerology readings. And we're also going to be giving away a raffle, which is some really cool heart-shaped like sun. What do they call this?
Sun crystal thing.
Crystal that the sun hits it.
You kind of like hang it in your house.
Whatever they're called.
I don't know. You're the
Anyway,
one that bought them.
Yeah, they look really nice. And then we're also throwing out, if anyone is interested in a 15-minute free consultation for either individual therapy or for ketamine therapy.
Or couples therapy or whatever.
Right. And that's what we're doing. We'll have some tunes playing, some things going on.
It's a good one. Bring a speaker.
Yeah, we got some
We got so much
tunes. We
stuff
got
to
some
bring.
like little hearts to give out since hearts are our thing. And we're gonna be giving out lots of hugs.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of hugs. So that's tomorrow from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
And now
See you
we're
there.
here. So anywho, today's gonna be a little short because we still have to cut hair and we have shit to do.
And we got UFC to watch. I
And
mean,
we have UFC to watch.
We got things
There's
to
a
do.
delay on here.
Is there?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like
Yeah,
I'm like,
the computer was acting
I'm like,
funny. Don't worry about it though.
is it?
It's gonna record fine.
Is it?
Yeah,
So what do they see?
they see perfectly fine.
Really?
Yep.
That's.
I'm hoping. I don't know. The
crossed.
computer was acting funny. I should have probably restarted it, but we're letting it ride.
Okay. Watch. No one can see anything or hear anything.
Whatever. And we're not on TikTok right now live either because I don't know why. It's It's like, I don't know why we keep getting booted off all these things.
We're not. I think
I think we're
it's
too good, right?
no.
We're too good.
I think it's you. I think
It's
that you're
me?
doing
What
something.
am I doing?
Something's happening
Why are you
that you
blaming
don't
on
know
me?
about because it's like, how do we get rid? How do they kick us off of infused with love therapy? How do they
Well, the
kick us off?
ketamine therapy was our
All
problem.
these
But we're getting
things.
past that as well because we're about to be registered member of Legit Script, which is something you got to pay lots of money for, so that way you can advertise
Ketamine.
controlled substances on social medias.
Yes.
Anyways,
All right. So let's get down to it. I know
like
that
this week's events.
not all of the events because there's Lord knows there's an event. There's like 10 events happening every single day now. 10 things.
We're going to talk
happening.
about we'll talk about some big things, but we're going to just breeze over them because you want to like talk about this other thing that you want to talk about, whatever that
No,
is.
we're breezing over them because we have to do this amazing podcast and then start the rest of the shit that we have to do. So yeah, so go ahead, get into it because I know that you had told me that I guess it was a big thing coming out that the Trump administration was going to be releasing the JFK documents, and they did. I don't believe it's everything yet.
No,
though,
it's
right?
everything.
Okay, yeah, it's everything.
80,000 pages in documents, videos, and whatever
Right.
else. Yeah.
And from what
Unredacted.
I haven't read it just because I
Well,
don't
nobody's actually. I
like
mean,
who the fuck.
only journalists have
Yeah,
read
I'm
through
not reading
all
that.
of it. I mean, I've seen.
But I know that there's been lots of like real stuff happening on X, and people are circling shit, highlighting shit, showing you the document, everything, bam. So it's quite interesting. So why don't you kind of go into that because it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, one like the one that came out and it was like a quick thing, and it wasn't actually JFK. It was actually his son. I guess in 1994, before he died in a plane crash in 1999, he had it was a document that he had written. Let me pull it up here real quick. Man, everything is a little slow on
It's
there right
so
now.
wild, yeah.
It's a little slow.
It's like
A little delayed. So this looks like an FBI investigation document. Envelope. Basically, what it's saying here is that RFK Jr. accused Joe Biden of treason, claiming that Biden's family's involvement in foreign influence peddling had compromised U.S. national security. That's interesting because that seems to be what's coming out with all these like phony bank accounts and moving money around and going through Hunter Biden and then a bunch of different family members. They've been doing some serious investigating for probably over a year now into the Biden family, and they're kind of following the money, and it sounds like JFK Jr. was on top of it back in 1994. And some of that stuff is starting to come out now. So that was interesting that came out of there.
I'm about to join X because I don't have X, but I feel like what's happening is that there's like different types of things coming out to the world, right? There's all the shit that people are watching and listening to who don't have X.
Yeah.
And then there's all the shit that people are learning about and watching who have X, which is now why when you talk to someone who doesn't have X and you're like, oh my God, this, that, they're like, that's a lie, right? And they have like no idea because, well, good old fashioned news doesn't, to my understanding, I don't think anyone's taught, like, where else is this being talked about? Is it being talked about on MSNBC?
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch.
I don't know.
That, so
I don't know
I
either.
no
I would
idea.
love someone to chime in and tell me because I have no idea. I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't.
So there's also
too focused. They're all the news is just too focused talking about how awful everything is and and stuff like that.
Well, they just want you to be focused in on whatever they want you to be focused in on, not anything like actually important to the world. The other thing there's another thing that there's a bunch of shit that came out, obviously, but one of these is a new video, which I'm gotta be honest, I'm not sure if this actually came out of the files or what, but I've been seeing it a lot on X.
Was
And
someone shot?
well, this is the JFK video right here. Here, I'll pull it up on here.
Is this when he was assassinated?
Yeah, this is, you've never seen the actual assassination
No,
video?
I don't enjoy or like
Well,
watching people get shot. I don't
nobody's
watch
like
those things.
wants to, but I mean, it was the
People,
president in front of everybody.
yeah, but still, like, I'm not gonna like rewatch that.
Now, if you pay
Oh.
attention, yeah, it's pretty gruesome because look, it goes.
What's
So look at the driver's hand. So they're speculating that the driver had a gun and shot from the front seat,
Oh.
blew his brains out on the back. You know, that's
Wait.
kind of crazy.
Oh my god. Don't show that. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh. Yikes. Oh.
So although that video I'm not sure came out of the documents, there's another one with it showing like this was an actual new photo that came from the documents, and it was a photos of the autopsy. I can't find them here right now, but there was like a single hole in the back of his head. Now, if you follow the JFK thing and you know all about it, have you ever watched the movie JFK? You've never watched all the any kind of documentaries, anything? You don't know shit about anything about history.
I don't know anything about history.
Anyways, yeah. So then I'd have to go into this whole fucking thing, but
It sounds
anyways,
like
there's a lot. Yeah. Long story short is it sounds as though there's a lot of implications that the CIA was running the show on the whole assassination, which a lot of people speculated anyways. But
why would anybody in the CIA or any branch like that or whatever want to kill someone like JFK who is so loved?
Because so they can control the narrative.
Of
There are even
course.
actually other documents that came out were about how the CIA was using radio broadcasts to, and they literally use these words, weaponize radio broadcasting against the people, meaning injecting propaganda.
That's happening now.
Right. But this is like back in the 1960s where they're like literally FBI documents saying that this is what we're doing right now because of like the Twitter files and all this other shit that came out. We know that that's what they've been doing. There's still a lot of people out there that don't even believe this. They don't believe that like the government has been involved in censorship.
That's like crazy to me. Like
that
I feel like I don't even like follow.
Like your dad doesn't believe. Your dad wouldn't
really
believe that.
Right. And I'm like, how do you not, you honestly believe that in this world that we have, right, with all of these layers and all of this shit and all that's not something that's like possible? I just feel like there's many people in the world who have, I think, too much trust in the.
Well, I think it goes back.
And I'm like,
I think it just goes back to like feeling comfortable with what you know, right? So like,
I'm gonna trust a bunch of politicians who fucking lie all the goddamn time and
dude, your mom the other day she was talking about how like first off she was saying she didn't trust you. She agreed with you. Don't trust politicians, right? And then she was like, I don't trust politicians. Of course, you're right. No, nobody trusts politicians, right? And then literally in the second breath, she's like, well, I don't know why we voted in Trump. He's not experienced in this. He's not a politician. Well, yeah. Well, maybe that's what we need. Like, you don't trust politicians.
So guess what? They all fucking suck.
Well, and then the other problem is, you don't trust rich people. Oh, you don't trust poor people. You don't trust. Who the fuck do you trust? Nobody, right? So I don't know. That's where we're at in this world.
You know what? Also, so not to like, I'm gonna switch this for a sec, but this also in terms of the using the media as like a weapon, right? So remember the other day I sent you the clip about the measles.
Oh yeah,
this was insane, you guys.
Oh man, I wish I
know.
Maybe I can pull it up.
It's gotta be on your Instagram.
I can't pull it up on my.
This was insane. So I like wake up and I'm like looking through my Instagram reels, right? And I see this like video pop up and it's like the measles then versus now, and so I'm like, okay, I'm actually kind of interested to see this. So I'm watching it and it's like a Brady Bunch clip of, I guess, one of the boys got the measles, and it's so like, oh, you have the measles?
Oh my God, I'm gonna play it. I think I
And
got
he
it.
comes in, he's like, I'm sick, guys. And they're like, oh, that means you can't go to school today. And it's like,
Like it's not even a big deal. Like nobody gives a shit.
And then Alice comes in and she's like, I think I got the measles too. And everyone's like, oh boy. And then all the kids are like together in the room with the measles, just playing games and just like, just being sick, right? And then it cuts to
They compare it
and
to
then they compare it to Law and Order SVU, I guess like a recent episode. And it was like, the measles, bam, death, my child's gonna die. Oh my gosh, shut everything down. The world has to
the
close.
whole city has
the
to
whole city
close.
has to shut down. And I was watching this like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's so like, what?
My computer like blew up or something.
Well, that's happy.
There goes that. Shit. What the fuck?